Hi, I'm Julie Zeglin from generosity.org, a social impact news site here in Philadelphia, and this is Around the Corner, our Philly Cam show in which I interview local social impact leaders about their work in the city. And right now I have with me from Welcoming Center for New Pennsylvanians, Katherine Prieto and Manuel Portillo. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
And so today we're going to be specifically talking about the Immigrant Leadership Institute. Manuel, can you start off by telling us a little bit about what that is?
Sure. It's a new program that we launched just recently, this summer. It's an initiative to help immigrants prepare to exercise their rights and responsibilities as new citizens. We received a grant from the Knight Foundation to explore the barriers that limit people or keep people out from applying for citizenship, and we are in the process of addressing those barriers. Welcoming Center, as you know, is a nonprofit organization that has been in existence for 15 years, and we specialize on accelerating immigrant integration in our region, particularly around the economic integration of immigrants. And so we study the barriers that limit people from being successful, and we develop strategies for them to overcome those barriers and join the economy and make this city and country greater.
Great. Yeah, absolutely. And Katherine, you are a member of the Institute right now.
Yes,
so
I am.
Yeah, can you talk about how you got involved and what you're hoping to get out of it?
Sure. Well, I'm from Colombia, first of all, so I got here 1 year and 6 months ago. I knew about the Welcoming Center because one of my best friends, she got involved like 2 years ago. She started talking about this, and she was so passionate about it, so I started getting like really motivated about that. So I just wanted to know more about the Welcoming Center. And well, here I am. I'm one of the participants of the Citizenship in Action, and I love the program. I really love the program. I think it has a lot of advantages. And as Manuel said before, one of the main points is to help the immigrant to get involved with the community and the society, and help to the growth and economical development of the country. So that's really exciting for me.
Yeah, that's great. And what are some of the things that happen during the Institute, so during the classes themselves?
Okay.
Well, what we are focused on is helping participants to develop new knowledge, skills, learn new information, and get access to tools that will facilitate their participation, their social and civic participation in Philadelphia. And we do this because we understand that increasing civic participation and the numbers of people who become U.S. citizens is very important for our city and our region. Immigrants are largely the driving force behind the economic growth in recent years, and there are large numbers of people who qualify to become citizens. In fact, there is talk about that being over 50,000 people in Philadelphia alone. Imagine if only half of them applied, we would be able to see changes in the civic culture of the city and certainly in our economy. Becoming a U.S. citizen also brings economic benefits to the person who applied, as I said. But we also believe that it is super important to increase the leadership role that immigrants can play in our city, because immigrants are very talented. We have 27 of them undergoing training right now, to give you an idea. Mostly women, I would say, mostly professionals from 17 different countries, and they speak multiple languages. It's a very talented, very skillful group. They are new in the city. They are becoming citizens in the near future, and they are learning to join the city and be able to contribute the talent, the skills as new citizens, right? So,
yeah, and on top of everything, I just want to say, like, from my experience, I've been able to learn a lot of abilities, like develop different skills and abilities that they were like, I didn't know that I had those. So that really is really helpful. And I think something that is really important is that we are generating bonds and like a fraternal relationship with the people who are in the program, and that's really important for the immigrants who come to this country, because sometimes we leave our country and we start all over again in the other country, and we need that like support system here, and that as a result of that, there's a lot of passion to help other people. So because of that bonds that you are generating, then you are generating more passion to help other people and to transfer the knowledge that you already have. And that's going to help to the community to grow even more.
Right, because then the end result, the goal of the program then is that the people who are participating in the institute are going back to their own communities and using what they learned.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
And you mentioned in the beginning, some of the barriers to becoming citizens, to citizenship. What are, in your own experience, what are some of those barriers?
So we have a program that we call Citizenship in Action program. The Leadership Institute, the Immigrant Leadership Institute, is part of that program. And we are looking at barriers such as cost, information, and trust. Of course, language, as you have experienced, is one of the top ones.
Yep.
But we are exploring the barriers and developing strategies to help them overcome the barriers. Those three are the top ones, besides language proficiency. So
Which actually the Welcoming Center is addressing by giving some classes for new immigrants who doesn't speak really good English.
Gotcha. And so can you talk briefly about what some of the other programs are through the Welcoming Center?
yeah, we focused on immigrant integration, and so we help people create new businesses. We help people with their education. We have English classes, adult education classes. We help professionals develop the skills they need to connect to the opportunities that they need, that they are seeking. And we also have this new program that is entirely focused on building capacity to participate in the city as new citizens. And I should clarify that our approach to citizenship is not just the formal aspect of citizenship or even only working with those who can become citizens. For us, social civic participation is the duty of every person in Philadelphia. And we understand that citizenship is a great value in American culture, but there is also a lot of people who are being left out of the opportunity. And so we have a concept and a practice of citizenship that is very inclusive, that is not just about the paper, like Katherine said, but it's really about the substantive aspects of citizenship. Participating, taking responsibility. We want a city that is transparent. We want a city where everybody is accountable. And we want a city where people and more people are participating in demanding change and being part of the solution rather than just pointing out the issues or problems that they see in the city. So it's a participant-centered approach that we have. And is really about people developing the skills to address the barriers that limit them from being successful and productive citizens in Philadelphia.
Right. So if people want to learn more about the Welcoming Center's work or the Institute specifically, how can they do so?
I would just recommend and thank everybody for, if you know someone who is a lawful permanent resident who has been here for over 5 years, to send them to Welcoming Center. We don't have a legal department, but we partner with many others who in the city provide those kinds of services, and we can refer them to the resources that they need. What we are good as an organization is developing the strategies and guiding them to be successful and access economic opportunities. But in terms of citizenship, we can help people become citizens in a number of ways, partnering with those who have the legal expertise when that expertise is necessary. A lot of people don't have an issue, and their case doesn't necessarily have to be managed by an attorney. So we probe into that. We screen people, we help them determine specifically what kinds of services they need, and we connect them to those services. So that we are a hub for connections, you could say, And that's sort of something that we do well. So if you know somebody, it would be great if you can send them to us.
Also, if the people wants to get involved, more involved with this, they can volunteer in the Welcoming Center. They have a lot of space for that. You can do administrative tasks. You can also teach English to the new immigrants. So I think that's a great way to start getting involved with what the Welcoming Center does. And you can also donate through the website if that's another way to get involved.
Yeah, great. and volunteering is another form of civic engagement. So
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Nice.
Make an impact.
Great. Well, thank you both so much for coming out. It was great to
Thank you for
learn about the
having
Welcoming
us.
Center, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.